Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh folks, this is why meme warfare is just so incredibly powerful. It's the power of memes. We've been going on and on about it, especially when analyzing Donald Trump rallies, the Trump campaign, Donald Trump's viral campaign ads, some of which are just absolutely hilarious. The memes are such a powerful tool, not just because, they make great political points and they're absolutely hilarious most of the time. Just think about this. Right-wing memes are so funny and in such abundance. There's such a plethora of them. It's an ever-flowing river, to the extent where it's so easy for me to find hilarious memes that I could post 3 of them a day as individual memes of the day. 3 memes of the day every single day. That's a lot of day. I said day like 7 times there, my apologies. But not only are they in such abundance, not only are they so funny and do they make such great points, but they also expose the worst elements of the left, the fragility, the emotional instability, the inability to laugh, the inability of basic humor on the left. Not only do their memes suck, but they're so overly offended at such insignificant, benign jokes. The left is exposing itself as an uptight, censorious, authoritarian group, and the power of memes helps expose this very clear dichotomy, or this dynamic, or this juxtaposition between the right and the left. We've switched places culturally. Where back in the 90s, conservatives were viewed as puritanical and censorious, it's completely shifted, and now the left has become a cult that just can't take a joke and can't take basic free speech. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We have the meltdown of the year. To be completely fair, we haven't had too many meltdowns this year in 2022, but oh boy does this video make up for it. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on as another leftoid loses his mind in reaction to a totally benign joke. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so Ron DeSantis recently sent 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard, and there was also a busload of migrants that were sent to Kamala Harris's private residence, or possibly her public residence. Maybe it's the vice president's home, I'm not exactly sure. And then of course came the memes aplenty. And recently at a Turning Point USA event, at a very small TPUSA event, they were showing memes on the projector and just having a jolly old time with political humor. One leftist in the crowd didn't exactly take it so well. How is this an acceptable reaction? And this is what I mean when I'm talking about just the fragility of the left. Are you that fragile to where a totally benign, stupid meme that's frankly funny sends you into a fit of rage? To where you commit a clear act of vandalism, completely lose your cool, start yelling like a psychopath and acting all aggressive? Well, from the left's perspective, it's somehow justified. It's justified because the meme contained a mariachi band playing music in front of Kamala Harris's house, humorously representing the illegal migrants, while simultaneously representing the Ron DeSantis or Greg Abbott troll going on outside Kamala Harris's residence. If you think about it, it's actually clever. The mariachi band represents 2 specific things: trolling the left, trolling Kamala Harris's house, and the cultural and racial component. And if you're just a regular, normal, emotionally stable adult human being, this should not affect you. But the left continues to establish in people's minds that something like this is a great offense, that something like this is tantamount to violence and therefore must be responded to with violence. It's like those dumb PragerU videos where Will Witt dresses up like a mariachi singer or in traditional Mexican garb and then goes to a college campus, and all the young leftist indoctrinated students are totally mortified. How could you possibly wear this? Get off this campus right now. And he goes to a Mexican community probably right down the block, and everyone's cheering him on and glad that he's sharing in their culture. It's the outrage between these young outrage artists that are offended by absolutely everything, and again, normal, stable, adult human beings. And really, it's another element of radicalization if you think about it. When you have a group that forms a collective or a cult, whatever you want to call it, and they start to justify their violence, or they start to justify memes, jokes, humors, opinions, basic free speech and expression as violent rhetoric that must be attacked and destroyed, well, we know what that leads to in terms of history. Dave Chappelle not not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, was attacked on stage by another crazed individual who didn't like a joke that he told. This is, of course, the end result of cancel culture. It starts off as, we want to censor speech we don't like, and it ends or it results in, we will commit violence against people who say things that we don't like or disagree with. I mean, it's not a joke. The joke is a joke. That's exactly what it is. It's benign, it's nothing, it's something you should hear. You maybe think it's distasteful or it's funny. Whatever your opinion is, you just move on with your life. But the idea that these mentally unstable, totally fragile people are attacking other individuals over different political viewpoints or over memes and jokes, that they're so fragile and so unstable that it launches them into fits of uncontrolled rage, that's not a joke anymore. That's not funny. Of course the meltdown is funny, but the macro level theme here is not funny. It's sad, and frankly it's scary when you think about the historical context, when you think about political movements that have gone this direction. But make no mistake, this is the new identity of the modern Western left. It is an authoritarian cult. We just received news of a massive victory for the First Amendment out of a federal appeals court in Texas, which is now headed to the Supreme Court. And this decision has implications that benefit everyone. And it's not just in Texas, it's legal precedent that if upheld at the Supreme Court will enable free speech on big tech platforms for every single American. And left-wingers are decrying it as if it's something bad, even though it benefits them. It defends their right to free speech, their right to their own political opinions without being censored. I mean, let's just say the cultural pendulum shifts, and all of a sudden all the censorship is headed towards their direction. This protects them moving forward. Republicans are fighting for free speech not just for Republicans, but for Democrats as well. And they're freaking out over this, as if it's a bad thing. When you are a political group that's essentially arguing that free speech is a bad thing, arguing that major tech companies and tech oligarchies should be dictating what can and can't be said or what can and can't be shared, and that governments should be launching misinformation task forces and censorship czars, online hate speech police departments and police units, well then your views are really not that far off from the CCP. And frankly, you should probably move to China. I'm sure you'll love the social credit score. Now you might be saying it's a little bit of a leap, one guy had a meltdown over a meme, but it's not, folks. You gotta look, like I said earlier, at the macro picture here. And this is what I mean by the power of the meme, is that it exposes leftoids for the authoritarian cultists that they really are. Fragile, insecure, the inability to take a joke isn't just a sign of emotional immaturity or instability. It's a sign of authoritarian narcissism. People who have been led to believe that the world must conform to their sensibilities, that the world must conform to them, and that anything that makes them uncomfortable must be attacked and destroyed. Anything that makes them feel bad or uncomfortable must be challenged and canceled. Comedians who make jokes that they don't like or they disagree with or make them feel sad or uncomfortable should be fired from Netflix, should be ostracized from society. That's not a society that I want to live in. And I'm sure as more and more people wake up and start seeing these people in action, start seeing these events, and start seeing the left for what they really are, and especially the young millennial Gen Z left, the college student left, as people start to see this authoritarian cult, they just have to be waking up, and that's just the optimist within me. I believe in the basic level of integrity and intelligence that hopefully the majority of the population possesses. I guess in the end what I'm trying to say is, for you authoritarian leftoids, it's just not a good look, and it's probably not going to end well for you or your causes. Just like burning down black communities and laundering millions of dollars from Democrat voters was a really bad look during the BLM riots of 2020. It's a bad look, bad optics, and the left will continue to lose the culture war because of those facts. That's what I got for you guys though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel if you guys are up for it. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.